Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays.
Rebel soul child got a fist ball, I'm a respawn of ancestors, and I'm blessed, They gon' knock him, tell him fess up, I get check stub, hella carefree, nothing scares me, hella reckless, yeah, I got next up, right, now we not the same, cause see when I look in your iris, you likely to talk but not ready to ride, you do better keeping it quiet, my pen is ignited, my soul is enlightened, I like who I am, but I'm biased, they palette is right, and my drip is a fountain, I'm not like these regular guys, all of that talk is misguided, she like the way I make the tape print, but the way I make the words play is grim, I'm the reaper reaching for the kill switch, the label cut the check like the bladesman, something sparking where his brain is, the beat is somewhere where they prayers in, Geronimo the way I make the bass jump when no parachute is tasted.
Yo, what is going on, everyone? This is Throwing Hands, the #1 MMA combat sports show in the world. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm your host, Josh. I got my boy, James. What's up, my guy?
Man, not much. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Stinging in my toe, but that's about it.
Yeah, that was a gruesome story you told me.
Yeah, dude, it literally happened spontaneously. Yesterday, I was training over at Dragon Snake. I go for a takedown. All of a sudden, I feel a rip, and then literally all the skin on my big toe ripped off.
Like I said, I don't want to see
it. Are you sure? I'll give you an up close
shot. No, don't wear sandals. Don't wear any Crocs. You better be in some Dr. Scholl's. You better be in some Dr. Scholl's over the next couple weeks, man.
Yeah, for real. You should see the bruise on the side of my leg. It's like as big as an eggplant.
Yeah, no. I don't envy you right now at all. Not at all.
It's okay. I don't envy me either.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
I was good. Had a chill weekend. Watched the fights with Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko. Did you catch that one?
I missed it, man. I like I told you, I fell asleep. I was watching Colorado. Got late. I fell asleep. Then I woke up like into the third, the fourth. So I ended up watching the rest of that game. And then what ended up? Okay, so it was a majority draw, right?
Yeah, majority draw. There was one judge gave it 10, or I forget the exact points, but one judge gave it to Valentina, the other gave it to Grasso, and then Mike Bell, the other judge, he had it as a draw. So he had Valentina winning most rounds, but then gave it to Grasso on the 10-8.
I don't know. I didn't get to see it, but there's definitely going to be a third one now.
Mm-hmm. And I know some people are pretty bitter and upset about the decision, but I feel like the draw was a good decision because you could have controversy and arguments either way going back and forth with how it played out.
Yeah, I mean, at least this one is, it's a good matchup. The first one she got over pretty quickly. That ended really quick, the first one. And then this one being a majority draw is kind of interesting. So I'm kind of interested in the third one.
Yeah. Same, dude. Same. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Well, we got another jam-packed combat sports weekend coming up.
That's right. Who's fighting next?
No, it's not UFC actually. It's PFA.
Oh, that's right. Oh, we got PFA this weekend.
Yes, sir. I'm excited about that.
Same. One of Jose Aquino's boys is fighting on that card, Jorge Figueroa.
Yes, sir. I'm happy to see Jorge back in the octagon. It's gonna be the ring, I should say. It's gonna be interesting. Definitely.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
That brings us to our guest tonight, right?
That's right. We got another very special guest, and hey, let me tell you something. This guy is committed to dirty deeds, leaving you done in the dirt looking cheap. He'll leave you stunned and hurt, now 6 feet deep. He'll clip you with the hook and spill your guts. Best let him cook or you're gonna get struck. He's got bad intentions, a malicious conviction to send you home with malignant afflictions. You won't survive every single round. He's just too quick, his shots are sound. He'll leave you crippled with defeat. You're left so cynical, your soul he reaps. He'll illuminate your face with aluminum fists, elusive with his feints, intrusive with his kicks. Ladies and gentlemen, he's on a streak as he's the one and only James Dirty Deitz. What's up, my guy?
Hey, that was pretty sick.
You like that?
What's going on, man? How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. How are you guys? I'm very, very excited for this. This is like my first time doing whatever little online interview thing. It's pretty sick.
Hey, well, we're happy to have you on. We're happy that you chose to jump on with us.
2 for 2.
Say that
What's
again.
that again?
Josh was the first guy to interview me, so he's already 2 for 2.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's my favorite part is that getting to do these first time interviews. That's memories right there.
Yeah.
Right. Break you into the game, the other portion of it. You know, as you become a pro, you're gonna have these things thrown at you, right?
Sorry, I missed you, brother.
And as you grow, becoming a pro, you're gonna have these type of things thrown at you more and more, right?
Well, I feel like I'm still developing my journey as an amateur before pro, so let's.
Okay, that's why we do this media as an amateur, so refine your skills. So not only are you going to be skilled and sharpened in the cage, but you're going to be refined behind the mic too.
Dropping mics like you, bud.
Call me not so Slim Shady.
Right. So what's going on, James? How you feeling? How's camp going? How's everything going right now?
Dude, I feel great, man. After my second fight, I feel like things are slowly coming together more. So I'm just really excited to get my third fight. I'm hoping it's going to be sometime in October. And once that gets going, I just want to keep this ball going, man. I just want to keep learning and getting crisp. I don't want to rush anything. So I just want to stay and just try to I don't know, learn and stay dominant at the same time, you know?
Yeah, I saw your performance at the last Rough event when I watched back the stream. Dude, you were crisp with your shots. You had that patience, but you were ready to explode and just catch the opportunities when you saw it.
Yeah, thank you. That took a long time to control my emotions for sure.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask you a little bit about that.
Huh?
So yeah, I was gonna ask you a little bit about that. Was there any difference in the atmosphere? Did that have any play in it? Being in the rough environment, the celebrity theater, kind of a bigger stage.
I mean, the only thing I think it was kind of, yeah, because after my first fight was pretty fast, so I really didn't get to test myself. So kind of going into this fight to me was besides the nervousness, I guess you could say, first time jitters, that was gone. But I was still fuck, I haven't. Oh, sorry, I feel like I still haven't been in a fight yet. So it was exciting for me, but also new to me at the same time for someone to go past the first round. So I was like, oh, now it's time to get going. I don't know how I'm gonna feel in the second round, and I felt really good. I felt better leaving the fight than I felt like I did leaving sparring. So
oh no shit.
Yeah, with my boys, for sure. Sometimes I leave there and I'm dying, my throat hurts, my belly hurts, and I left there and I was compared to my opponent, I was untouched. So
yeah, and you had a very dominant performance against him.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. Some people were like, "Oh, he hit you," and I was didn't feel nothing. So
had that adrenaline going.
Yeah, that stuff's real, man. When they tell you don't feel that shit until after the fight, that's real.
Mm-hmm.
That's real. As soon as I was like, "Ooh, I'm a little sore here. Ooh, a little sore there too."
That adrenaline wear off, and
yeah, man,
that natural pain relief is gone.
It's real. It is real. But I'm blessed that I have teammates that kick the hell out of me at practice, so that when I'm in there and I'm getting kicked, it's not that bad. So.
Mm-hmm.
So James, you squeaked into the second round this time. They pushed you in because you didn't even. I mean, let's be honest. You didn't even touch a round in the last one. I mean,
yeah,
you were in there. You were out. Right. It was almost as quick as the announcement.
It's enough to fit a Snapchat video, that's for sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Everything from finish to end.
So you got into the second round this time. They pushed you into the second, but it was another, quick, like Josh was saying, dominant performance. How does it feel being 2 for 2 with 2 stoppages?
No, I feel super sick. I think about that. I wonder how many, not only do I want to keep the streak of like winning going, but like, can I keep the streak of TKOs? And when
Mm.
it breaks, can I at least break the streak of like finishing, like maybe a submissions or something, you know, like keep the streak going. But what can I be like? How long can I keep finishing people? How long can I keep TKOing them? Or how long am I gonna knock until I knock somebody out cold? You know, so I want finish.
Yeah.
I want to finish someone every single fight. Like I don't. I really like. I'll fight 3 rounds. I'll fight eventually 5 rounds, but I prefer to get everybody out there as fast and as calm as I can.
Yeah, yeah, and you even got one of the promoters, CJ from Rough Nation. He says super impressed. I guarantee he can't wait to see you for the next one too.
Yeah, no, I hope so. I mean, I'm waiting for them to hit me up with another contract and then hopefully have some good news to tell everybody. But so far, I'm just waiting for an opponent to accept. So we'll see what's going on.
Nice.
We missed this one, but we'll definitely be at the next one in October. We're gonna definitely be there. It's rare. This is only our second one. It's in our circuit that we've missed. So we're
No,
usually
yeah,
at every single one of them.
years. That's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got CJ all excited about it.
What up, CJ?
That's
Yeah.
the dope part. And so I wanted to pick your brain because you were talking for a minute about like the nerves and controlling your emotions. You know, with it being so young in your amateur career, now going into your second fight, how do you feel your emotions and your control of it is developing within Tangent?
I feel like it's getting a lot better, and that's just like what I'm trying to like practice when I spar with my friends and my boys. Like, you know, when they push the pace, like not getting excited and like catching the rhythm with breathing. I feel like that's been the biggest thing for me is just rhythm and breathing, because I used to like have my breathing be all crazy, and then you get way more tired than you would freaking like if you just knew how to breathe. So there's
Yeah.
getting the proper oxygen to your body can change so much in a fight. I just like doing anything, to be honest.
Yeah, especially when you're in the midst of the fight, you know, it's like when you're focused on trying to dish out the damage and also keep your defense on par, it's almost like people a lot of times forget to actually breathe and to slow that part of your body down so that way you don't just gas yourself.
Yeah, or even like in the fight, like being wild and like swinging like crazy. Like even I had to stop and tell myself, like, calm down, like you're excited, relax, like get back, before something happens. So like you have to be able to tell yourself, and that took time, and it took a while for me to learn. I'm always learning. So
Yeah.
That's the dope part about this sport, man. You can be in it for countless years, and you're always still learning, and adding to your repertoire in the ring and your weapons,
no,
So, when did your love for this start? Like, where did it all start at for you?
when I was a kid, I used to be watching Chuck Liddell and Andre Arlovsky just slanging and banging, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I've always just loved like contact sports, and I used to do football, but then I stopped growing, and I was like, all right. Then I eventually just started doing wrestling, got really good at that, and then I was like, well, what's next? Like, how else can I do something that I've been focused on for so long and then keep doing it besides like Olympic or college wrestling? And I was like, all right, well, let's try fighting. Like everyone else who seems to do what I'm good at does really good in fighting. So next thing you know, Conor McGregor's making hella money, and I'm like, damn, that'd be cool. I can make hella money like that. So
Yeah. And you know, too, coming.
my gym's making hella money, so it's just more motivation.
Yeah.
Got the fucking belt, so it's cool to see him and the coaches I'm with that have been like are proven like to show success. Like I just want to ride the wave and work hard for it.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, too, like you were saying, it's to come from a foundation of wrestling is absolutely perfect because, like, what you see right now, wrestling is the most dominant discipline in regards to getting championships and be able to translate it to your stand-up game. It's phenomenal.
I'd prefer to stay on the feet. So I would like I said, I want those finishing, I want those knockouts, but I have that in my back pocket. So
Yeah, I mean, you keep doing this, and you run into some opponents that do some film study, and they're gonna be definitely shooting a lot more. You know what I mean? So definitely gotta have that base ready for
I'm prepared for it all.
them.
Yeah.
So, what position did you play in football?
Oh, dude, I'm talking like maybe I did it for like freshman year. I think I was a linebacker.
Linebacker.
Yeah, I was a linebacker. I mean, I was pretty good. I touched the ball twice. I got 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns on defense in 1 year. Hey.
Yeah, I had 1 interception and then 1 kickoff. So.
Oh yeah. See,
Hey, there we
you was
go.
trending.
So
yeah.
when in your career, or as you've been growing up, when did you actually start training in combat sports in general?
I think I started I want to say around 2020, but
Okay.
I got into a pretty bad, I think I started in 2019, but I got into a pretty bad car accident like the same year I started. So I was out for like 2 years with a couple injuries. So I came back probably around like 2022. And then I was like in and out because just dealing with the repercussions of a car accident, freaking basically someone ran this light and hit us. So
Oof.
after I finally got my body to like heal, which took a long time, I finally got to like redevote myself to a sport and like, but like it used to hurt me, and now it's like I'm finally getting my body strong enough again to where I can just keep going. So I'm just happy and blessed to be back and not feeling like all the pain from my car accident.
Yeah, for real. Especially too, like, just dealing with the psychological aspect of going through something like that, and then physically, yes, your body's all like saying no, you're not ready, but when you're in there mentally, you're like it's almost like becomes an obsession where it's like you feel like you have to get back in there, or you have to start something and get yourself moving. So it's like it's that constant duality struggle between adding the recovery and then also pursuing your dreams too.
Proving
Yeah,
something to yourself, you get that itch from, not being able to do the things you're normally able to do and things like that too.
dude, if I don't train, bro, like when I got into my car accident and I got depressed and I was just eating because I was in pain, I hit 201 pounds.
No shit.
Dude, I was big, just couldn't move. I had acne, and I was like, God, there's a lot of toxins just in my body. And then just, doing rehab and training. Finally got myself back into shape, and I'm all the way back down to 170. I'm moving finally. I'm not like in pain anymore. So it's gotten a lot like better, and like the mental aspect of it has gotten better. Just like seeing myself being able to move pain free is like a blessing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy
and
what exercise does to our body, man.
mm-hmm.
I couldn't put my freaking legs over my head to invert because I couldn't breathe when I was so fat. Fucked up.
Yeah. It's like it's no joke when everybody says that when you step into training and you're competing in MMA, it's like therapy for you.
No, it really is. Like my body would literally break down if I wasn't training.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the thing I love about this sport, because it's like it's not only just seeming like a passion in and of itself, but it's like it's a lifestyle choice to keep you going, because what's in motion stays in motion. What's not isn't.
Mm-hmm.
And the more that you just sit and decay, the worse that it makes you feel. But when you push yourself and see what your limits are and break through that, it's a whole nother feeling that adds into it.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah. So, what's it like to be, in that octagon in your hometown, fighting in your hometown, having your friends and family so close to be in there? Is it something you kind of imagined, or, is it kind of still one of those things where you're kind of getting used to it?
Dude, it's surreal, bro, because I think like I have to have one of the biggest show outs, I think, out of like all the fighters who go. My whole team goes, damn near all my family goes. So I think that's like more nerve wracking than anything, because it's like in high school, you had like your team and like the kids' parents and shit, like, but now I'm like, these are everyone that I like care about, and they care about me. They all want to see me like go out here and fight, and I'm like, damn, this is sketch. Like,
Yeah.
because
And there's not 10 other people,
do so
around you while
they
you're doing what you're
right.
doing. Oh, my
Oh,
bad.
what
I
were you
didn't
saying?
hear you.
I got fight shirts, so like when I see people wearing the fight shirts, it's like it almost adds a little more pressure, because I'm like, fuck, they're like invested now into seeing me win, or it's crazy. But it also gives you a good like surge.
Yeah, because it's like it's not just even though you're stepping into that cage alone, you're not actually alone. You got their spirit and their pride in you and their belief in you also riding that wave.
Yeah, like, dude, worst case scenario, like if I go down, I got 50 people that are gonna fight that people crowd. You know what I mean? At least.
Mhm.
No, that's all jokes. But like, if it came down to it, like at least I know I have them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can still crowd surf.
Yeah, you know, at least I got I know I got the black freaking Red Sea out there, so we'll be chilling.
Hell yeah.
right, right. So you said Chuck Liddell growing up. Was that one of the dudes that really kind of influenced you to move in this direction?
Yeah, I like Chuck Liddell, Andre Orlovsky, and then GSP. Those were like my people. And then I don't know, yeah, I mean, just watching them, I feel like it was just like a good thing that like my family just enjoyed to watch together. And I was like, I always got in trouble for fighting in school anyway, so I'm like, wouldn't it be nice when people actually like don't get mad at me?
You got the crowd cheering at you instead.
Everyone was like, "Don't do that! Like, you know, you're a bad person." Now I have everyone's like, "Wow, you're so nice! Like, why are you so violent in the cage?" And I'm like, "No, it's what that's what martial arts is: taking the violent kid, like taming him, and then bringing the violence out somewhere else." So
That's the other great thing about the sport, which is why like I kind of like to preach in regards to kids, especially troubled youth, because it seems like the most violent people when they jump into combat sports and training, it turns them into the humblest and kindest.
no,
Nope.
yeah, this sport, I feel like combat sports in general will humble anyone because there's been times I'm on the biggest wave, and there's times I'm under the biggest wave. So
Hmm.
What do you think it is for you personally that creates that humbling feeling? You know, for being in the community.
because I've been humbled. You know what I mean? I've lost. I've took my licks. So like I've also been super cocky and like thought no one could touch me like at a point. So there's just there's always someone out there stronger, and I think I finally like understand that. So now I'm just trying to push to get you know my strengths and my weaknesses up and past everybody. But
Hmm.
I'm like I said, I'm an amateur, so no matter what I'm doing, I'm always learning. And even when you're a pro, like those dudes are always learning and changing. So
Yeah. It's almost like we know that there's like throughout like combat sports history, there's the masters or like the people that's at the top of the league, but it seems like it's a sport no matter what, you're gonna be a lifelong student.
yeah, 100%. Like I think it'd be pretty sick. I don't do a lot of gi, but if one day if I could get my red belt, like in fucking 60 years, that'd be pretty sick.
That's what's up.
I think that's also something that is so, um, dope and rewarding about combat sports. There's no age. There's really no age limit. Uh, like you said, you joke about 60 years, but there's guys that are 50 plus, still training and still.
Dude, my chiropractor's 50 and he has like an 8 pack. And he trains at my
Yeah,
gym too. Shout out Rick Roble. Yeah, he's badass. He's like 50 with abs, dude, and he don't mess around. He's a purple belt. So
Damn.
it's the truth though, man. I mean, there's no age limit, and it keeps people healthy, flexible, which
yep.
flexibility is a big thing as you get old.
Yeah,
Always.
I noticed that, dude. Like I said, my car accident took a lot from me, and flexibility was one of them. So I've been working on that as well.
Yeah, that's what I gotta work on because I got no hip flexibility, so I can't kick high for shit.
Yeah, I might get it up there, but it may not come down the same.
You pull something.
Right? Give me an Aaron Rodgers over here or something,
Oh,
man. But what? Just you've started out 2-2 to striking. Um, is or how it works? Who was kind of like your influence as far as fighting styles? I know you watched Chuck. That big broad stance he always had, throwing those bombs out there. You mentioned Connor earlier. Um, you know, Connor Styles is crazy. He has a lot of wrestling stance, but he's looking to knock you out. So who kind of influenced your style? Who would you say you kind of picked out of parts of and promoted
I
yourself?
really loved Cody Garbrandt, bro. I really
Hey.
until his his career went his own different path with TJ cheating him out and freaking taking all that crap. But he was I really thought like him and I were almost like the same, like we're moving or could do the same shit. So I really liked him a lot. I thought he was gonna. I still think he could freaking do something in there, but I enjoyed him.
I kind of sense that too when I go back and watch your fighting style. I see a little bit of that. Like you have that same tenacity and the same elusiveness and head
It,
movement and the ability to give shots.
if Cody could fight like how he fought Dominic Cruz, bro, he'd be the fucking best, bro.
Hmm.
Best. But yeah, I watch him, like I've always thought like I compare myself to him, like got my beard, he got a beard, like hard. I'm like he has mad tats. I'm like, God, he hit champion. I was like, that right there, dude. I want mad tats and be champ and just be a dirty D's. I want to be a dirty, like constant pressure, constant fight. Like I don't want no tippy tat, tic tac toe, like nothing like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring out the rawness side of the sport and then like that old gladiator energy where it's like it's for the showmanship, it's for the hoorah and the glory.
Yeah, like,
Right.
and I'm not scared to get hit. I don't want to get hit, but I'm scared, so
For real.
that's my.
For
Yeah.
real.
We don't want to get hit. I'm like, you're right. You're right.
Definitely don't want to, but I mean, when you like to stand on your feet, you definitely have to have that other side of you as well, where you're not scared to get hit. That
hmm
way you can stand and deliver. You know.
And my mom said I got a thick head, so
There you go. There you go. And
Yeah.
so when did you link up over at like Soul Fighters and you train over at Red Hawk as well and you got Tim Welsh in your corner?
yeah. I'd say probably around 2020, like 2019. He was like my very first like jujitsu coach.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, I did like a week over at the lab, and then I ran into one of my homies, and he was like, "Hey, dude, Tim Welch has got like, this new coach, got this new fighter Sugar, like he's starting this new gym. Just come through." And I was like, "All right, bet." So I came over, and there was a lot of like one-on-one time, and like I was growing, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty sick." And then my car accident happened, and then Sugar kept doing good, and I was like, "Well, fuck, I was already at this gym. It seems to be doing good, so hopefully I can be like." Tim's second fighter, or however the line's gonna go of the next in line. So
Mm. Yeah, and you got a phenomenal cast of fighters there over with your camp because, like, I saw over at the weigh-ins for Rough, you had Danny Flores with you, and then you get to train with like Joseph Perez. So you guys have a phenomenal team to work through.
yeah, no, dude, I got Danny has some of the best hands out there when he stays tight, and Joe, Karate Kid Joe, that dude has some of the best kicks like ever. So he has so many kicks, it's insane. But yeah,
Yeah.
dealing with them, I get the best of both worlds. Sometimes I have David Clay. He comes in. He's like this 18-year-old prodigy world jiu-jitsu black belt, or no, jiu-jitsu world champion, and because he's purple belt, I think. And
Oh shit.
comes through, and he be freaking, giving that ground game. So I get, everyone comes in there and just beats everybody up, gets their own little medicine in there, and we vibe out. So
Yeah, you named a lot of strikers, a lot of phenomenal strikers. So it only makes sense that you open up two and two with the knockouts, with the stoppage, I should say. So how does that feel? Stepping into that gym, seeing the success locally, and then knowing that it's not just on the amateur and the newbie pro level, but you got a guy that's training a champ, as well. So how does that make you feel knowing that you've seen that growth over there already?
it gives you some confidence, but I feel like at the gym, no one really we talked about it for like maybe a week, and then it kind of like brushed over, and it was like Sugar's the champ, and that's like awesome, and like we have like people that are winning, and that's awesome. But I feel like everyone's focused on like the next thing now.
Right.
You can only celebrate for so long, and then now it's time to like get focused. Especially me being an amateur. I was just when Sugar won, I was like, oh fuck yeah, and then Tim came to do my fight the next weekend, and I was like, fuck, dude, Sugar just won this belt. I hope I don't lose and ruin this party train, of like this that he has. So that put a little bit of pressure, but then confidence at the same time, because I was also like, I can't lose. Like, this dude just coached this world champion. Like,
Mhm.
chilling. Like, I need to go out there and just do it. So
Yeah.
at the
And
same,
it's like
he just coached the champion. Like, I better go out and do it. So yeah.
yeah, and that's kind of like going back to saying like what's in motion stays in motion. You know, we've seen some fighters where they hit that champion level and then they just kind of, I wouldn't say necessarily stop, but they don't move on to the next thing. And like you guys were part of that glory and enjoying it, but then immediately you just got to move on because you always have to be ready for that next step.
Yeah, and like I'm sure he's getting ready for his next thing. He's not even worried about how he knocked out Aljo anymore. So he's ready for the next guy he's about to knock out. And I can't worry about how I did next time because I don't know if my homeboy for my next fight's gonna be good, and I don't need to be going into this fight like, oh, I got 2 TKOs, barely got touched. Like I need to go in there like, all right, let's fucking bang. You know what I mean? So I gotta.
Yeah.
Does it make you think a little bit different too, knowing that the other guy on the other side is going to be able to see that you are 2 for 2 with that, and he's going to try to be accommodating for that. Does
I
that
hope.
make you feel any type of way?
I hope that everyone takes me as serious as I take them.
Right.
Because
Right.
I'm training hard, I'm dieting, I'm doing everything I can to do to make it as easy for me as I can. So I just hope they don't take me as a joke because I'm taking this shit as serious as I can.
Yeah, it's like what John Jones says, be the guy who embraces the ugly. You know, expect the worst case and like they're going to do the worst and then you'll be ready for the fire when you step through.
Mm-hmm. Like I go into my last 2 fights, I was pretty confident but super nervous, and Timbo, bro, has just a way of like embedding confidence in you, calming you down. And then like he can kind of sense like when you're starting to like amp yourself back up, and he can bring you back down. And because it's like stressful when you're back there, dude. I don't even know how Suge does it. Like for 3-4 hours, you're like trying to stay warm, but you can't get crazy, and you don't want to get tired mentally, physically. So you're just like in a battle of just like relaxing, up, down.
Mm-hmm.
So no one
Yeah.
tells it, bro.
Yeah. Do you have a tradition when you're kind of in the back preparing? Like, I think I forget who we were talking to before, but like they bring up all their old trauma just to keep them heated and ready to go. Do you have like any tradition you have?
Nah, dude. I guess I pray for the safety of me and my opponent, and then I usually just do that, and then I just try to tell myself the whole time like it's just my time, it's not his, and that's really it. Because I'm just so nervous. I'm just trying to like stay calm. I'm just thirsty the whole time, so I'm trying to drink water, but not too much, so I have to pee all the time. So like, and that's why I said I'm just more focused on myself and making myself not second guess it, and then
Mm-hmm.
just dials me in, and then I'm just. But if I get I can't get too dialed in too soon, so he has to like, hey, relax. So it's it's weird.
Yeah.
But
It's
So
my last fight was crazy though, because I had one fight. I was supposed to fight this 6'2" guy or 6 foot guy at 160, and then a week out of the fight, he pulls out. They offer me this guy, but he wants to fight at 155. I'm like, ugh, I gotta cut 5 pounds, and I'm like, gosh.
that's what I was just gonna ask you about too. Like, your first 2 weight cuts, how did they go? Anything difference in between them? How was your first 2 camps? How did they work out?
Dude, they were pretty good. I mean, I dieted pretty right for my first one, so like I was able to make weight pretty smooth. I cut about for my first one, I was like on my come down from being fat, so I was like 185, and I went down to 155. But that took around 2 months, I think. 'Cause I started smart, so that takes a while. And then my second one, that one kind of sucked because I was walking around like 170 because I thought I had to make 160. So I was like, oh, I'm good. And a week out, I usually like to be 165. So when I cut to 155, it's not that bad. And
mm-hmm.
just having that extra 5 pounds, it wasn't hard, but I was just like, it took an extra hour, which I just didn't want to do. But
Yeah. What do
he
you
was like, you look so much better this fight. And I was like, really? Because I've cut more. So,
do you water load on that last week?
oh, yeah, dude. I drink probably 2 gallons of water a day for like a week and a half out.
Okay.
I water load hard,
Damn.
and then I
Yes.
go all the way into like 24 hours out, and then I just
Okay.
and then just lose like a bunch of weight or a bunch of water basically.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right. What's your go-to meal after weigh-ins?
Dude, I'm still learning that. I always pick something I'm not supposed to have.
What was your first two? What was the last two?
Chicken Alfredo, but that sauce fucked me up.
Did it?
Oh.
So I'm learning about that. Yeah. So they say you're supposed to eat everything plain still. I just don't like it. But I guess you have to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. My fight day though, I usually just eat oatmeal because you get a bunch of energy and it can't hurt your stomach. So
Mm. Yeah, and that's the crazy thing too with the weight cuts that like casual fans don't see is that. Oh,
There
you
you
there?
go.
yep.
Okay, cool. But yeah, that's the crazy thing that casual fans don't see because like last year, me and James, we went like a whole thing through. I went through a weight cut, just experienced it, and people really don't understand how brutal it could be on yourself physically and psychologically to have to cut out all the foods you want to eat, especially if you got a nasty ass sweet tooth. All
Yeah.
the carbs you gotta get rid of, the sugar, and then water loading, and then having to go through those extra hours of sweating everything
Bro,
out.
Americans cannot do a carb depletion, bro.
Yeah, well,
Dude. They cannot hang for 2 weeks. They cannot hang.
bro, it's unreal what you guys go through. That's why I have so much major respect for like the fact that you go through that weight cut and then you still show up and you still step into that cage and get the glory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane. I'm just blessed. I have my teammates and my coaches that everyone plays a part. Everyone plays a part. If we got to cut weight, I usually have like 2 or 3 boys who are like, "All right, we cutting weight." And I'm like, "All right, let's go." So
Yeah. It does make it easier to have a team around. I mean, like even the small stuff like you just talked about, like, oh man, I had chicken Alfredo and the sauce killed me. There's little things like that along the way that could derail everything. It's all
yeah,
the hard work that you put in. So it's good to have a camp around. It's good to have good coaching, stuff like that. Um, how So are you one of the guys that were in the octagon? Are you able to hear your coaches? Are you able to hear the outside noise or use tunnel vision?
uh, I've wrestled for a little bit, so I kind of like tried to like tune in with your coach, but I feel like everyone was like screaming at this frequency, and Tim's talking at like a hey blah 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 blah, and for some reason it like slips through a little bit. Like when I'll be in there, it's like getting crazy. Everyone's like oh, and Tim's like hey calm down, like not every shot needs to hit or needs to hit hard, or I can't remember what he said like word for word, and I'm sitting there, I'm like all right, and it's like weird to hear him like whisper it to you like through all the chaos. Like it's definitely
It's that bass in his voice. No.
yeah. He's not even like that. He's just like that, like that. Hey you, right there. I'm like, all right, all right.
And they always say, no, your sensei, you have that connection. You know what I mean? Like you have that connection with someone or someone that you're just so in tune with. Like you're saying, he's whispering. I can hear all this noise.
Weird,
Right, right, right.
weird.
It's
It shows the dynamic too and the importance of it of being well ingrained and in tune with your team and your coaches because if you're literally just having somebody that you're not really even really that close with or that trained with in your corner, then it's like how you gonna know? But if you have like Tim Welsh, who you've been in contact with, you worked with for so long, you already know to keep that ear out for him.
Yeah, and I could even hear my other card, Shakar too. So he was swinging like like I think I heard him for my double leg takedown at the very end because he was screaming like don't be afraid to wrestle, don't be afraid to wrestle. I like to keep things like I said, on their feet until I see an opening. Like when I shoot, it's gonna be 100%. Like I'm not shooting for someone to fight me.
Yeah, exactly.
right. No, I agree. I definitely do.
Yeah. So a question that I always like to ask, I'm pretty sure I already know the answer because you got Tim in your corner. But if there's anybody that you could have in your corner, whether alive, dead, from boxing, or literally anything else outside of combat sports, who would you want to have in your corner for one fight?
Just one person?
Yeah. So you still got Tim, you still got your cornerman, but it's just that one extra guy.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be pretty sick to have Mike Tyson in my corner.
Hey, that's what's up.
Because I like to throw bombs, and he'd be throwing bombs. That's probably the legendary aspect of him.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Imagine too having Tyson in your corner like that.
Yeah, I think Tyson would be pretty sick.
Yeah, no, that definitely would be a good one, especially if scoring a knockout with him in your corner would probably be epic.
Almost, if it could be fictional, it'd be pretty sick. I'd pick like Goku or something.
Hey, we can rock with that. I haven't had that yet, but we can rock with that. I like it. Yeah. Man, I mean, so you just, first year fighting, get your 2 fights in, trying to get one more in before the end of the year, right?
Oh, I think it started freezing up a bit. We have some technical difficulties. Oh, looks like he is. Then here, I'll go and throw an extra question for you. So because I always like to ask this question, but even with you being so young into your amateur career, if you could have a message or impact on the youth, especially in the sport, what type of message would you want to have for them?
Mine would be like, don't be like, treat the training room as like your lab, and like just always be experimenting. Don't settle for like everything that works. Always try something, even if it's not going to succeed, because it's if you have your bread and butter, eventually that's not going to work. It's time to be like exotic about your moves. So just always trying different things, even if they're not like working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just even like I said, if it doesn't work, like try it again, because sometimes you gotta do things a couple times. So
yeah, exactly. And too, it's like you want to make sure that you don't live life with that regret of not seeing what you're capable of, and especially in this sport too, with how I don't even want to say it's easy, but with how incredible it is to see you constantly break past your limitations, it's almost like you have no choice but to keep pushing yourself and see how far you could go.
Bro, it's literally like Dragon Ball Z, dude. Like I literally feel like that sometimes. Like when I first learned to start kicking, the amount of times I would break my freaking feet, break my toes, like shin busted up, like, and then now I feel like I was able to check that dude's kicks, freaking shin to shin. That was my first time ever getting kicked or doing kicking like shin to shin, because my first fight was just hands basically. So I was very surprised that they didn't hurt. I was like, yeah, yeah,
dude. That's
your body freaking adapts, dude. Because in the beginning, it starts to break. It makes you question, like, is this what I want to do?
yeah. For real. And dude, like I've been, because I know I mentioned it like at the very beginning of this episode, but like I was on like a 4 or 5 month layoff from doing like any training at all, just because like this editing stuff is a pain in the ass of a grind. And I finally get back to training. And yesterday, I'm just practicing an easy straight, leading in with the leg kick on the thigh. And I'm doing it with like this 13, 14-year-old kid. And bro, when he is kicking me hard, and I'm feeling it. Like I got this massive bruise on my leg. I'm like, shit, I really need to recondition myself.
Yeah. I remember my very first MMA practice, dude. Tim had us do inside leg kicks where the other person's checking them on purpose. Oh my god.
Oh.
And me and my partner, we didn't know what we were doing, just for white belts, just kicking the fuck out of each other and checking them, just bouncing our legs off each other's shins. We're like, oh my god.
Oh. So that's the worst part. Like that's why like Steven Wonder Boy, like how he grinds the wood stick on his shin, like that hurts, but it's like it's so necessary.
Or like when Yuri Rodriguez broke his foot with Max Holloway and then didn't care.
Oh, I didn't even know he broke his foot.
Oh yeah, his foot swelled up like a balloon, I think, and he didn't care. He just kept kicking.
fuck. See,
That's
that's
this is me, dude. I'm like, geez Louise.
That's why, like, people don't like if you're a casual fan or whatever, you really don't understand the type of heart and hard work you put into this because, dude, to go through a fight with a broken foot, I mean, even just to get kicked one time in the wrong place, you have to play it off like you didn't feel a thing and then still dish out damage.
Yeah, dude. I think for my first fight, I like dislocated my wrist like 3.5 weeks out.
Oh,
So for like a week and a half, my hands just stupid swollen, so I couldn't throw lefts, and I was like, all right, we're gonna try. So it worked because when they put those hand wraps on, you feel freaking secure. So
yeah. Oh, do we got James back?
I'm back. A little bit technical difficulty.
Okay, what's going on, man? No.
No, it's storm. I don't see no rain.
It's okay. It's Deitz bringing in the rain, leaving his opponents in the mud. No.
Man, so I didn't get to finish my question. I don't know if you guys answered it or if you finished it off.
I don't think so, no.
But it was basically gonna get pretty much if you're trying to get that third fight in for the end of the year. And what can we expect from Mr. Deitz next year?
dude, same thing, man. I'm going out there. I'm gonna try to finish this. I don't care who it is. I'm trying to finish everyone. I'm just really hoping every single fight, my nerves are getting better. So I would just like to see myself not be as wild, but still like have that pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if I know like for the first minute or so, I had my hands down a little bit too much. I got a little too excited and put my hands down like what? But I got to learn not to do that, and I got to learn to. I don't know. I feel like I did do pretty well just slipping and ripping them, but putting my hands down, I can't be doing. And he hit me a couple times, and I want to like make that a little less. I want clean, like I want KOs. TKOs are nice, but I want that like starching. I want starching.
You literally took the words out of my mouth. You want to start your opponents.
Yeah, man. So that's my goal, dude. I want to start somebody. Like I enjoy it. I've never done it in a cage before, so it'd be nice to, like I said, it'd be nice to do it where people can be happy for it.
So we're looking.
Yeah.
So we're looking for a viral moment next year. That's what
Yeah.
we on.
Dude, and I would love to head kick somebody. Like I could do it. So I land them sometimes. So sometimes they land.
Hey, there we go. That'd be dope too. Start of the year, you get a highlight head kick.
It would be smooth. I would like to get it before this end of the year in October.
Yeah.
But if I heard there's one November. I don't really want to go into a December too much. So November would be the latest, but October is what I'm shooting for. So if I'm healthy, maybe even November too. I really wanted to get 4 fights in this year, but with Rage canceling theirs, it ruined my projection a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay. We still gonna be crushing it. Don't worry.
Right.
So
Man, yeah, man, we really appreciate you guys out there and yourself coming on and running
no,
the show.
sick. This is really cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
especially you guys. What were you gonna say, Josh?
Oh, I was just gonna say it's a genuine privilege, man. It's especially with you saying this is your first time being on a show like this, and then doing the Wayne interview. Like this is like what creates the memories for you to look back on. So it's something I genuinely enjoy.
Yeah, bro, we're gonna have to create this little relationship thing because there's gonna be a lot more fights, a lot more KOs, and we'll have a lot more interviews.
Hey, that's what's up.
Definitely, man. We want to be a part of your timeline as you grow. And be there for some of those milestones with you. So we'll definitely be here to watch it.
Hell yeah! Hey, would it be crazy? I have sponsors on the back of my shirt. If I just fucking give them a quick little shout out on your thing.
That was our next
shout out
thing.
everyone.
Yeah, that was our next thing. Is anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to say?
Oh, hang on. Let me put it right here so everyone can see it real quick. I'm all shirtless on your thing.
It's okay. The ladies love it.
My girlfriend can fight.
Oh, you can't.
That's my chiropractor, Ronan Auto Glass. That's my girl's makeup company, my gym, my girl sandwich, and this is the Recharge Center. Best
Hey,
place right here. And the man and the girl that own this place, best people ever. My buddy Kyle, he's the the most chemo cancer survivor in the freaking world with the biggest biceps. I think he's done like 400 chemo treatments. So,
damn.
boy Kyle, he's a warrior every day.
That's a true badass right there.
Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah.
funny enough, after that Wayne interview that we did, Recharge Center was hitting us up. He was just giving you a shout out. It's like, hey, that was a badass interview.
Dude, great people, bro. You should try their food, man.
Yeah,
Ara,
I got it.
Chef Ara, shout
Where are
out.
they located at?
Right by our gym. So our gym has like freaking. We have Die Hard. We have our gym, and then right next to it, we're opening a second gym, and then in like the same building across the hallway, we have a recovery studio. That's Art and Flow Recovery. Then literally right next to that is the Recharge Center. So right off of 91st in Peoria.
Okay. Okay. See, I'm still trying to learn all of the Phoenix area 'cause I'm still fairly new. Is that like towards like Tempe or is it like north on the northwestern side of Phoenix?
I would say it's northwestern side, kind of by like Sun City area.
Okay, cool. You gotta send us the address that way I could go and check it out. I've been wanting to stop by there for a minute.
No, for sure. They make
91st
like
in Peoria. I'll take you over there.
you have to. Dude, their chicken adobo is gas. That's my favorite one.
Hey, that's what's up.
And I think the Mongolian beef meatballs.
That sounds good. Man,
Shit. I ate before this, now I'm hungry again.
Yeah, I'm hungry right now. Listening, I'm like, that sounds good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, definitely let us know if you make that October card. Like I said, we'll definitely be in the building either way.
Oh yeah. I'll message you guys. It'd be sick. I'll tag you guys when I find out.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Nice, yeah. But yeah, before we get out of here, anything else you want to leave us with?
I don't know, dude. Peace, love, positivity. Can't wait to knock the next person out. Let's go.
Hell yeah, let's go.
For sure, man. For sure. Well, Mr. Deitz, James, we appreciate you again. We'll definitely be doing this again soon.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man, we appreciate you.
All right. Do I press leave now?
Yeah, you can.
All right.
All right, peace, brother.
All right, later.
That was dope.
Another good one in the books, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I was excited for this one too. After interviewing him back at that one rage, and then just getting hit up by the Recharge Center, talking with Ronan, Auto Glass, and just his whole team. Like James, he's a dope ass dude. You're muted.
I agree, bro. It's been fun working around him, and we didn't get to go to this last one, but just even seeing all his fan base. He's like you said, he has a big fan base.
Mm-hmm.
They show up and show out. Seeing all the movement on social media for him leading up to this last one, and so I'm mad I missed it. Not gonna be missing any other roughs this year or in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got this weekend, man. It's gonna be a party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've found out too. Naeem McPherson, he's gonna be fighting again this Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be
funny too. I was actually sparring with him yesterday.
for real.
Yeah, dude, you could tell that he's like born to fight because he's so fucking chill. He's so relaxed and like he trains with a smile on his face. And he's not afraid to go toe to toe with Princeton too.
Nice. Yeah, Princeton's a beast, man. It's a big dude. Jorge
Dude,
Figueroa this weekend. That's gonna be good.
I'm excited for that one, bro. I wonder if we can see Jose there too.
Oh yeah, he'll be there. Roderick Woodson. Yeah, this lineup, this car is gonna be really nice. Really, really nice car, man.
Yeah. Did you see James Weber is gonna be on there too? Or Jameson Weber?
Yeah. Emmanuel Brown. Who else? Omar Ali. Oh, Megan's gonna be on this one again.
That's right. I'm gonna have fun with her at the weigh-in interview.
Patrick Murphy.
I know they still need to announce more of it. I think they've only announced like I think like half of the card.
Yeah, Noah Jones. Yeah, it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm hoping that they're gonna for if they do an October card as well, it's gonna be on like the 21st, like do the 21st.
Uh, yeah.
I didn't hear any of that. You mumble rap that part.
I said, yeah, yeah. We're gonna have to see about that one.
Yeah.
We
For real.
definitely have to see about that
Yeah.
one,
It would,
man.
I can't say like I just want to say it again. Like I think it's really cool for just like all that we're doing now, like with James saying that we were the first ones to do a Wayne interview with him. This was his first time doing a show. It's such a genuine honor and privilege to be not just at the start of these guys' journey, but their progression through as well.
Yeah. No, that's what I said. I can't wait to watch him, grow as a fighter and, watch his timeline and be there for, those milestones and see that leap. That's the dope part. That's the rewarding part that we get. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
definitely want to be able to do that as well. Um, but yeah, man, I mean, it's really dope to see it from all different angles and to not only hear about the good stuff and all the triumphs, but the also, the rough, the battle to get to where they are before everything was sweet. This game
Mm-hmm.
is not sweet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's definitely bittersweet, I'd say. At least from our end, it's bittersweet.
Yeah. No, I mean I meant sweet, and it ain't salt. So
Yeah, I know. I know
things get
exactly.
things get better and smoother as you get into it. But I don't think any camp would be really necessarily easy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Only John Jones is the one that can make it look easy.
Right. Reminds me of watching that Johnny Manziel, um, Untold Stories of Johnny Manziel. This dude was getting drunk as hell, like passed out, can't talk drunk before his pro throwing day. Woke up, flew to his pro day, had his agent and his dad as the receivers because his receiver was too drunk to catch the balls.
I'm
So
fucking dead.
I was dying when I see. I said, "Oh my goodness!"
That's hilarious, bro.
But yeah, man, another good one, man. Another really good one. Um, I can't wait till next week. This is the last weekend before Canelo Alvarez fights. He fights next weekend, September 30th. I
Oh
can't
shit.
fucking wait.
Dude, who you got between him and Charlo?
Nello.
That's what I was gonna say. It's
I got Nello till somebody whoops Nello's ass.
mm-hmm.
Like,
Like even with like Bivol, like I know Canelo, he had a wrist injury throughout that fight.
I'm not gonna give no excuses. Bivol was
Yeah.
that's a big dude. Um, but I don't know. Canelo was slipping on that fight. He got his ass whooped, but he won't do it again though. Bet you he won't.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
bet you he won't.
Yeah, he gonna make those adjustments.
Yeah, Canelo, man, no. Canelo's a fucking beast. Um, you know, all the greats have a little bit of hatred. Everybody, there's always some hate out there for him, but
Mm-hmm.
Canelo, you cannot hate on Canelo. Canelo
Mm-hmm.
ass.
Especially with all he's done for the sport and like what he's gone through and just the development he's made. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think we talk about careers getting pushed too quickly and stuff like that, and you talked about Conor McGregor and the way he came up. Canelo got pushed a little bit hard too. I think him getting fighting Mayweather that was really early in his career. I think, but again, you can't take that from him. I mean, he learned a lot from that fight, and after that fight, you can see the difference in his game. from before fighting Floyd to after fighting Floyd. So, you know what I mean? And look what he is right now and how long his career's lasted and how successful he's been. So, I'm excited. I'm excited about that card, man. I really am.
Same.
I can't wait for that one. What else is coming up?
Let me go and pull it up. I feel like there's another big UFC event that's coming up, but I don't remember. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, there is a couple. Let me see. Got it right here. I had already had it coming up. Fiziev versus Gamrot. That's not big.
Oh yeah, that's got the return of Bryce Mitchell too.
Yeah, Dawson and Green. That's gonna be okay.
Oh, next month, October 21st, that's gonna be the rematch between Islam and Charles, and then we also got Hamzat versus Paulo Costa.
Yes, yes, yes.
Paulo Costa better not fucking pull out again.
So this Charles one is. I mean, we've been talking a lot about all these other guys, and you know how great of fighters they are, and pound for pound this and pound for pound that. And it's kind of fucked up. I'm gonna call ourselves out. It's kind of fucked up that we ain't been talking about Charles. And
Charles
I don't care
Oliveira.
what, yes, because I don't care what nobody says. Charles Oliveira is still pound for pound right there.
Yeah, the dude's a fucking animal. He's the reincarnation of El Kukui.
I mean, shit, man.
Actually, no. After the Tony Ferguson fight, he's the executioner of El Kukui.
Right. I mean, because Islam is literally his only loss. He took the last. They gave him that last fight because there was other fights scheduled already. Because Islam had what's his name?
Alexander Volkanovski.
Volkanovski. So I mean, what you do? What you got? What you got? What you got?
Between Alec, I had to copy it for a minute. Between Islam and Charles.
Yeah, you got Charles, you got Islam.
I'm rooting for Charles.
I didn't ask you that. I said, who you got, man?
Who I got on. I still have to slightly edge it to Islam, mainly because of how strong his wrestling is.
Charles about to whoop that ass.
I hope so.
Charles about to whoop that ass.
I hope so. I'm rooting for Charles.
This ain't the hokey pokey. You gotta put both feet in. Can't put one foot. You gotta be 2 feet in on this, 10 toes down.
So you're saying I should dive into the deep end?
Gotta dive.
Okay, fuck it. Let's go, Charles! No.
You gotta dive. Because, oh, man. I mean, just going back to that fight, it was a really good fight. It's on yeah. But
well, and Charles too, he said that the Du Bronx didn't show up that night. And I genuinely believe him because everybody has an off night. And I feel like Charles now on the right night, he gonna dominate.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I got Charles. I definitely got Charles in it.
Who you got between Hamza and Paulo Costa?
Comes up.
Really? You got Hamza?
Yeah.
To be honest, I got Paulo Costa.
He's so good, and Paul's good too, but there's just something about, I don't know. I think he's on his way. He's gonna be challenging for the title here soon too.
So the reason why I'm going for Paulo Costa is because look at Hamzat's performance against Gilbert Burns. We saw Hamzat get put through the fucking ringer, and Gilbert Burns was a smaller dude. Paulo Costa, he has still the record for the highest significant strikes landed per minute, and he's just a savage. And then also, he's a black belt. So with him being as big as he is, I feel like his jiu-jitsu is also going to be on par.
Isn't that the time Gilbert was fighting through like a torn labrum?
No, that's when he fought Bilal Muhammad.
Yeah, Gilbert is just different, and Paul is a brute too. Um, just Styles Wakes fights, and
Mhm.
something about Cosmo. He has that gritty style, and I think that it might be too. It might just that might be what gets over on Paul. 'Cause you're not gonna really just get. I don't know. You're not gonna. There's not gonna be many guys that are gonna stand and fight Paul,
Mhm.
strike with him. So, and I feel like Cosmo has the ability to do a little bit of both.
Yeah, but I mean, we've never really seen Paulo Costa on the ground in any of his fights, even though he is a black belt. And it's like, I mean, if you look at aesthetically the difference in size, yes, Hamzat may be probably like a couple inches taller than Paulo Costa, but Paulo Costa, he's a
It's a big
big
boy.
dude and he hits
Yeah,
fucking hard. Like his
yeah,
fight with Yoel Romero, not a
yeah.
lot of people can put Yoel through the ringer like that.
No, no, he's a big dude. He definitely is. I mean, look, it's gonna be a scrap. It's gonna be one for the centuries. Um, I don't know. I just feel like Calm is just on a streak, and he's still headed up. I don't think his trajectory is done. I know that he's the underdog in this one.
Mhm.
But if I'm betting, I got him, and I got submission.
Yeah, by submission.
Yep.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I sense there's gonna be a knockout.
If it's a KO, it's Paul's knocking him out. If it's a KO, it's Paul. But it's a decision submission. Yeah,
Yeah.
Johnny Walker's fighting on that one too.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's what's up. And yeah,
Fighting.
Magomed Ankalaev.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that's probably gonna put him in the run for a title shot.
Yeah. After that, yeah, because you're kind of going in that direction. Um, Trying to look at these undercards, man, to see if any of our guys are coming up.
Is he even showing the undercard for the UFC 294?
Hmm?
Is it showing the undercard for UFC 294?
Yeah, it's showing it. That's why I was looking at what you call
Oh,
it.
okay. Oh, bro, you know what I just remembered and realized?
Hmm.
So look at the fight that's right underneath Hamza versus Paulo Costa's fight. The Nasruddin Imov
Hmm.
butchered name and Ikram. Ikram is the only. So you see, Ikram is 14-1, right?
Yeah.
The only person to ever beat him was Hamza. That was the only fight that Ikram has ever lost to Hamza. So they purposely
Huh.
recruited him into the UFC. So if Hamza wins or even if he loses, they're gonna make them fight again,
Hmm. See, that's interesting.
right?
That's even more why I feel like something about his trajectory. It's not over. So I feel like he's gonna win.
You feel like destiny was just calling for it to happen?
Yeah. Some things just happen.
Yeah, I know too. When I was researching Hamza a while back, I guess Ikram was actually giving Hamza a pretty good run for his money, but then he just got caught and got knocked out bad.
Yeah. It happens. John Jones in November. Yeah, we got some good stuff coming. Oh, Jessica Andre's on that card. Derek Brunson's on that card.
No, Derek Brunson, he got cut from the UFC.
They got him listed here still
Dude,
as being on the November card.
I swear I'm gonna look it up right now because I literally just saw on the news. Yeah, no, he did because his manager Ali, was it Ali? I think that's his
I think you're
manager.
right too.
Yeah, he said that Derek he officially left the UFC and it was like a big old farewell conversation too.
Wow. Yeah. He didn't retire. He just left.
Damn. Honestly, I feel like for Derek, because I do generally like him. I never rooted for him too much because, you know, the people that he were fighting just happen to be the guys that I like more. But I definitely want Derek to get some big money fights in and then for him to retire.
Yeah. Yeah, so Roman is looking for a new opponent because that's what he was fighting.
Who?
Roman Dolidze.
Oh, okay. Let me see. I literally accidentally deleted it, but that's okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens there.
Still rip for Korean Zombie being cut.
He didn't get cut.
Well, yeah, no, he retired. And so
Yeah, he
they cut
retired.
him from the roster.
Who?
The Korean Zombie. He
You
was
mean they
removed
took
from the
him off
roster.
the roster? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, anything that you any last words?
No, it's a privilege as always to get to interview these guys, to be a part of the story, and yeah, man, it's awesome. Nothing but peace, love, chicken grease.
All right. Go Diamondbacks up 8-4 over the San Francisco Giants.
Whoa, did the
That
Cardinals win?
playoff push. No, we didn't lose. I think we went into halftime with a fucking 20-0 lead. Let the Giants score 17 points in the fourth quarter to beat us by 3. Like, no. BS, man. It was BS. Now we got the damn Cowboys coming into town this weekend, and oh, good old golly, they're doing good right now and taking their butts to Arizona. Then we find out Buda Baker is out 4 weeks, hamstring injury. Like, this is BS.
You guys need the young Fitzgerald back.
Yeah. It would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
It would be nice. But anyways, till next time.
Till next time.
I'm Jay.
And I'm Josh.
Just throwing hands.
Peace.
Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays.
Rebel soul child got a fist balled. I'm a respawn of ancestors, and I'm blessed, They are not him, tell him fess up. I get checked up, hella carefree, nothing scares me, hella reckless. Yeah, I got next up, right? No, we not the same. Cause see when I look in your iris.